Immigration changing the UK rental market? Let's look at the real impact. Right guys, after posting my last video on the housing schemes, my inbox has literally exploded again. I have been flooded with messages from landlords, investors and even tenants that have been flooding to my inbox. So it's literally sparking quite the debate. People are asking, are migrants the reason why rents are so high? Should I invest in a different area? Are small landlords being pushed out to make room? And honestly, these are the right questions to be asking. Because behind all of the headlines, the tweet wars and the political shouting matches, there's a much bigger story being played out. And if you're in property, especially as a smaller investor, this directly affects you. Hi guys, I'm Sabrina. I'm an architectural designer for the past 22 plus years, and I've been investing in property for the past 4 years, and I've been documenting that property journey here on my YouTube channel. So guys, let's break it down and let's look past the clickbaity titles in the media. So what we do know is net migration has hit an all-time high. And at the same time, we have a massive housing shortfall, and we're also missing our targets for building new homes. These are targets set by the government itself year on year. So in short, we've got more people in the country and less properties to house everyone. And guys, this has been an issue even before net migration and immigration has surged. And the government, by its own figures, says that we need to be building 300,000 plus new homes each year. But guys, obviously, it doesn't come up without a surprise that we're not doing that. And there's reports that in 2023, we built only 234,000 new homes approximately. And you can say that this, whilst it is a migration issue, it's also a planning issue as well. Here's the pressure on landlords. Obviously, demand for rent is up, rental prices themselves are up, but guys, so are the expectations, the legal requirements, the statutory requirements, the maintenance costs, everything like that. That is all adding together and putting pressure. And now we've got these private companies like Serco that are literally going out and actively recruiting landlords to house migrants from these migrant hotels, where I've already discussed this in a previous video. The cost is astronomical. It's low. It was nearly £15.5 billion it's expected to cost us over a 10-year decade. And Serco are offering these landlords very, very tempting deals. And guys, while these might be tempting deals because they're allegedly offering deals that are 5-year guaranteed rents, because they're offering deals that are above market rent within the local areas, and also everything's all chucked in, so maintenance costs, everything like that is all chucked in. And apparently at the end of the deal, you will get the house back in the same condition that you gave it to them. It will be maintained and looked after. Here's the thing with that. Here's the catch with that. It really means that you are losing control over who goes in your property. They are long-term contracts that potentially, if you do need to get out of them, it's a long-term contract. And I've also even heard of people getting the properties back and the property has totally been trashed, even though they have been told and reassured that all the maintenance costs were involved. And my main thing with this is that it could really displace families or hardworking UK citizens that have come to the end of their lease. So it's almost like it's incentivising landlords. Existing tenants could be displaced in favour for a migrant coming out of one of these migrant hotels. So guys, are we, as smaller investors and smaller landlords, are we being used to plug the government gap in housing? But I think for me, what I will be doing is sticking to my plan of converting mixed commercial properties into residential by either buying a empty property that's got maybe a flat above and then a shop underneath, and then converting the shop into an additional flat and then sort of adding to the housing pool. Creating additional residential properties from empty properties but that otherwise would have been sat there empty for a while. But it's not just property investing, it's actually serving the local community in a way, because I know that there's so many empty properties or empty commercial properties sat there throughout the whole of the UK that can be utilised and used. And hopefully you can do this through permitted development. It just seems to me that smaller landlords are literally caught in the crossfire, in the political crossfire I should say. And if you're thinking, how do I actually practically go through the bridging process of purchasing a property? Well, watch this playlist next where I do just that. Thanks guys, bye.